Welcome to Worldwide Business. I'm Kathy Ireland. Today, the dental industry is faced with some significant challenges. Key among these challenges is adapting from old manual methods and moving into today's digital frontier. Axsys Dental Solutions provides dental professionals with open products and services, allowing laboratories, milling centers, and doctors to compete and be profitable. President and owner Steve Brajkovic is here to fill us in. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you for having me.
Steve, could you please talk about some of the main challenges facing dental professionals who want to move into the digital dentistry era?
Firstly, many of them don't have an idea of the workflow that's involved. So the individual components of technology, from design, capturing data through design to the manufacturing process. So we have to then provide an education to them on this is the workflow, as you call it.
Right.
Then beyond that, it's the individual technologies involved in each piece, which and their effect upon their goals and their profitability as an end result. So we have that challenge within the education. Right. And there's a lot of misinformation that's out there that's propagated either through existing users or what they read online or providers of the technology. So weeding through that is a very big challenge for them as they try to determine what's going to be best for them.
So Steve, on a high level, can you please explain how Axsys Dental's products and services help dental professionals overcome these challenges?
One of the issues is how we approach, if you will, a sales cycle. We do it in a very consultative way. So take a holistic approach to our customers' pains, if you will, or problems that they're having, and what their short, mid, and long-term goals might happen to be in terms of the products they offer, where they want to be financially, and what their profitability might look like. So that's very important to us as we craft a solution. So through our vast experience in digital manufacturing, we fully understand the technology for each phase. So we're able to explain to the customer in detail what that means to them in terms of achieving their objectives. Beyond that, it goes then into implementation. So we craft our programs to enable them to be able to transition from old manual methods into the world of digital technology, so we can lessen the learning curve and ease some of the pains that are involved in the process. It's very key for them. And very important thing is our ability to understand the whole manufacturing process and how initial design affects manufacturing. So we could explain to doctors just what their design means and what it does in terms of the manufacturing process. So we're able to help them design restorations that not only meet their clinical needs, but also makes it easier to manufacture, thereby lessening their costs and increasing their profits.
Well, let's take a moment and drill down to the specifics in this Worldwide Business Field Report.
Well, I was looking for an in-house milling solution that would give me the biggest bang for my buck. And as a prosthodontist, I needed more than just what a 4-axis milling unit could do that was focused mainly towards milling of glass ceramics. I needed a more versatile machine. And so Axsys Dental Solutions provided a solution that met my very high demands. It was open architecture, so it allowed me to communicate with other software systems and design in one system and transfer it to another system for, let's say, implant planning. Well, I would say there have been two main benefits that I've gotten from Axsys Dental Solutions for my business. One is predictability. So having the milling unit and the design in control in my office, I have complete control over the quality and the timeliness of the products that I need. The other direct benefit that Axsys Dental Solutions has provided me is an improvement to my cash flow. So I'm able to produce products at a decreased rate, which I can pass on to my patients, and my patients get really excited about what I'm able to do for them, so they share that with others, and so it's growing my practice. So I get a decrease in my costs as well as a growth to my practice, and I contribute a lot of it to the solutions that Axsys Dental Solutions has been able to provide me.
So our decision to purchase the VersaMill 5X200 was really based on a lot of research we did. We did our due diligence, we talked to laboratories, we looked at lab forums, and our goal was to get a machine that was powerful, but also something that would last and that was open source so we could use any material, any software. The VersaMill 5X200 is a completely self-contained unit with an onboard computer and a touchscreen. It's got water tanks that feed the milling center, and it's got a 15-tool changer, which is automatic, and the entire unit stands on such a sturdy frame that it's just solid as a rock. And it wasn't just a decision on the equipment. We found out that Axsys places a lot of emphasis on training. In fact, we went to their corporate headquarters for a week and trained on the machine that they were going to install. And once it came into the office, they actually had someone come out again to make sure that everything was right and that we'd have success right off the bat. The other huge advantage was that the restorations were so accurate that it reduced the delivery time by almost 50%. And this has a huge impact on us financially as well, because now the restorations didn't need as many adjustments and refinements to be able to complete the appointment.
Steve, can you please give us an understanding of how the dental manufacturing business has evolved over the last few years?
One of the biggest changes had been into a move to an open system. Early on when these systems were developed, the producers of the solutions were very keen to control the entire process. So when you implemented a system, you not only implemented a particular machine tool to manufacture a restoration, but you use their CAD software, you use their CAM software, you use their materials, you use their tooling. And as a result, they could very much control what was happening. But the result is that users had very little options. They were tied to that solution completely, its good points, its bad points, and of course the expense that was associated with it. So the change became now to an open system where these solutions now are available to use a machine in anyone's CAD system. Usually the CAD system's tied to it, but anybody's materials, anybody's tools to run the machine. So that was a very big change. Outside of that, technology has changed, so computers have gotten faster, more disk storage space, so software is able to do a lot more than it ever was. So that has evolved, become more robust and reliable. The other side, things that have happened relative to that is that many players have come into the market now. So there's so many options that customers tend to get very confused in what they need to do. Scanning technology has changed, so there's more accuracy within the scanning process. So the old methods still come into play, where if you've been to the doctor or the dentist and never had any work done, they come up with an impression and you bite into the impression and models are made and those kind of things. So that scanning acquisition had changed so that there's no longer, well, there is, but they're moving toward a direct scanning of the mouth. They call it intraoral scanning. So instead of you biting on something, it is now a scanning system that actually captures the data. And the idea is to eventually, and they're doing it now, bypass that whole model building procedure. So that's a big change that's been happening. Cone beam scanning, which is very similar to the traditional scanning that you hear of CAT scan, for example, with differences in how it moves and such. But it captures complete 3D data of your mouth, so the whole anatomy.
Right.
You get teeth, you get gums, you get nerves, bone structure. So it's become very important in dental implant manufacturing, or that whole thing about diagnostics and see what needs to be done.
And Steve, can you talk about Axsys's history and how the company evolved into the dental arena?
We came from the industrial side, and I frankly needed a way to protect my business through the ups and downs of, automotive, aircraft, consumer products, whatever. They tend to be very cyclical.
Right.
So through some pretty dramatic changes in our revenue stream, and in a couple of years, I decided I needed something to protect ourselves. So I got involved and saw the dental as a way to utilize our core competencies into a growth market. So I visited a few dental shows and saw that, wow, there's a lot going on here.
Right.
And it's very similar to what I was involved with in the early 80s in the implementation of CAD/CAM in industrial space.
Sure.
We were back this way in the dental space. So instead of being on the high end of technology adoption curve, which we were in the industrial side, we're on the low end. So it's all growth market. So that was very exciting to me.
It's so wonderful how you were able to take that and bring it into this current business. What did you learn in your prior work that has helped you the most in what you're doing today?
Wow, Everything. It was obviously the technology. Our manufacturing experience enables us to process individual restorations at a very high level with extreme accuracy, very close margins, very good surface finishes that eliminates handwork. So all that industrial experience helped us to do that. It helped us to understand what support structure was needed to support customers in implementing this technology. And it also taught us on a very high level, I should say, or deep down level, the inner workings of software and machine tool operations. So when a customer has a problem with, I'll call the GUI, the graphic user interface, customer-facing stuff that is developed for a doctor or a dental lab who just wants to push a button, if something fails or it doesn't exactly work correctly for them, we have the ability to actually make modifications behind the scenes at a very deep level to support that operation and then move on and modify our standard offerings towards those kind of things. So that experience enables us to do things that, frankly, no other distributor of digital dental solutions can offer.
I've loved working with Axsys Dental Solutions, and I think it's a great solution for anybody who's looking for a CAD/CAM solution that is open architecture and works well with lots of different other systems, as well as gives you the most versatility as to the products that you can provide for your patients.
Laboratories are using CAD/CAM technology on a regular basis, and more dentists are realizing the benefits and the precision and the cost control of using CAD/CAM in their office. But it's limited when you're using chairside systems. And so I think more dentists will realize that they'll have greater benefits when they look at the commercial quality systems that will let them mill every material available, not just today, but materials in the future.
Steve, what would you say is key to your success?
Definitely our people and our experience level. But our people from the standpoint of everyone we have in our organization, from account representatives to technical services or application engineers, as we call them, have deep experience in utilizing these tools in actual production. So they know the pains, they understand the need to get things taken care of on a very fast basis. So those two together, I think, are very key. We find that we're pretty unique in that sense.
Steve, it sounds like Axsys Dental is doing a great job helping dental practices move into the world of digital dentistry. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you for watching. For Worldwide Business, I'm Kathy Ireland.